Oh, hello, Speed Gaming. It is the finals of the Super Metroid Rando League Season 3. I am going to be your commentary. My name is Plumpst. Hopefully, I'll be joined by Cerberoth soon. Oh, it looks like MM2 might be joining me. But anyways, yeah, this is Astor versus Galamos, Game 3. It is currently tied 1-1. And actually, I'm now joined by MM2. Hello. How are you doing?
Hey there, Plumps. Yeah, slightly unexpected commentary, but I mean, I'm very glad to be able to join you. This is going to be a really exciting match.
Yeah, this is definitely, I mean, arguably the one of my most hyped matches, at least for me. These two will be running a full area rando with just major minor splits and no boss shuffle. Yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, I wasn't really around for the picking, but that's definitely going to provide a really interesting race. Full area rando and major minor item split is a really interesting combo because a lot of the time you just see area rando. Like if people play area rando casually, they'll play it with full item distribution. But with major minor, it makes like some areas a lot more valuable for certain things than other areas. Like you'll see West Meridia often gone to if you're looking for transitions as opposed to items because it only has one major item in there. But it's got like a bunch of transitions. So yeah, it can be a really interesting twist on area rando.
Yeah, definitely. And we've actually been seeing more light area compared to full area shuffles recently, so I'm actually not that surprised that Gal or Astor picked it since these are two of the most experienced runners in the league.
Yeah, I agreed. Azure and Gala both no stranger to SM and Rando in general, so yeah, it's definitely going to be interesting to see. I don't know who has the better vanilla times, mainly because I can't remember Gala's off the top of my head. I'm pretty sure Azure has like a 44 and any percent, but yeah, I couldn't tell you what Gala has.
I mean, I think in terms of mechanics, Gala might have a slight edge, but it's pretty much a wash. Like, it's just gonna purely depend on how the seed goes and what routes they decide to take. And they're gonna both go for this meme route check, or the portal check,
Ooh,
and
okay.
find Norfair. Okay.
Yeah, the meme route check is it's a really sensible check in area rando, just because like when are you ever gonna come back here? Like when? Like it's just you do it now or you do it never, and especially with that one tank, it's pretty safe, I'd say. Like you can take 2 hits from the side hoppers and be fine, so it's not too big a deal.
Yeah, I would say the only minor concern they have right now is having to use those power bombs, since they're looking for supers. So, for example, they check on their mother brain here, and if that's not a super, they could be orphaning that, at least for a little bit, that 230 check.
Yeah, they could, but they do have the opportunity to take a ship refill and check 230 if need be. So it's definitely not a I'm going to last location my first supers here. So yeah. Yeah, both runners making their way up the climb. Appears Asher might have caught up some. It just appears it's just like a few frames behind Gala, really close thing, and yeah, it looks like Asher has taken over. Oh, with that unspin, now Gala's back in the lead.
Yeah, and actually another side effect of not having those supers is, well, let's see what's that BT. It's just another E-tank. Is that two of the portals are to the east of landing site and are locked by a super door. So that's another area that they won't be able to check until they find those super missiles.
Yeah,
Since
they
who
will.
knows where the left side portals could be
Yeah, and also
leading to.
Also, the 2 early E-tanks are making me think with that Norfair portal in meme route, it could be pointing us to some hell runs via that portal. But we definitely want some supers first, and those could be at 2:30. Yeah, they do both have to go back to the ship to get their 5 power bombs back and more, and just like be able to do more than nothing. Yes, synced ship refills. Can you feel the intensity?
Yeah, I like taking. Right, might as well take a save while you're here. They added a feature to the rando and with area randos that you have a stacking saves. Oh, it looks like Azur's gonna skip 230 for now. But if you take multiple saves, they won't overwrite each other. I know that's
Yeah.
something that these runners have been using to their advantage.
Yeah, it's the rolling save feature where when you save one place and then you save another place, then you still have that first save in another save slot. And yeah, that 230 skip just seems like the Azure play to me. Like 230 is honestly quite slow. Like it's like 20, 30 seconds or something like that. It's a lot slower than you think, just because you have to do like 4 door transitions just to see one minor item. So it makes a lot of sense to skip it. And Azure finding green Brinstar.
I'm actually a little surprised that he skipped that pipe missile right there, because now he's at least momentarily locked out, but it likely won't matter.
Yeah, I don't know if he took a save of the ship. I presume he did. Yeah. So yeah, he won't have to worry about any like major progress being lost. Might have to re-get that ice beam, but yeah, I mean it's also very interesting that he didn't check the other portal, so we might see Gala go back for it or not. Never mind.
Okay, Gal's gonna at least check the pipe, and it is supers.
Okay, so that could be big if the Wavegate the Wavegate major is something important, like maybe a suit or something. And Gala's gonna go all the way to the right here. He's gonna check the new bridge transition. This is definitely an interesting play here from Gala.
Yeah, normally, I mean, I would suggest get as much information as possible, especially on portals when it's full area. So, right, portals can go anywhere, and that looks like a red tower portal. It's nice. But considering these runners know how fast and skilled the other one is, you know, there just might be strategies or liberties taken to try to save some time.
Exactly. So yeah, that red tower portal is some really good knowledge for Gala here. That portal, it doesn't give him too many majors, as there's only the Spazer major as well as the X-ray in the red tower area. But there's just a lot of transitions in red tower because you got the 3 at the bottom, 1 in the middle, and then 2 at the top. And okay, so that's gonna be that left portal is gonna take the runners to Norfair. That's another really important piece of knowledge for Gala.
Yeah, Gala's got tons of options right now, actually, since he's found both the red tower and Upper Norfair. I think, yeah, he'll clear out these easier Brinstar checks. And I imagine we'll go back because it's more likely that the top of Brinstar is not going to be a great portal for them in the early game.
Yeah, I mean it's another portal, and I would be extremely surprised to see Azure not check it. But again, 5 E-tanks. This is a lot. I would not be surprised if Hell runs are the play. And yeah, Azure will be checking these Edekun's power bombs. Probably just looking for supers. It makes sense to check them if they're like close to your last. I think they're his last minor check in this area. But okay, we will be seeing an Azure still no supers. So maybe it's just forcing them to get that specific super pack as their first supers. Could be.
Yeah, this is pretty concerning for Ashter, since this might be one of those rare spots where he's kind of in a dead end. Yeah, he's going to check the top portal now, if this is not a really accessible area for him.
Well, I mean, what would he do else? Like, he can't go back to Big Pink. He doesn't have any more miners to check in Big Pink aside from, like, killing Spore Spawn. but who would do that? Oh, and he finds Meridia, so he's got to reset. He can't do anything more in Bryn. So that hurts. He's got really low tanks now, but he knows that those tanks exist. So yeah, that
Yeah,
hurts
the good
Azure.
news is that it's definitely not as big of a time loss as it looks, even though Gala for sure. Gala has a lot of info that Azure doesn't have. But in terms of tanks, Azure normally runs with very few tanks anyway. So he'll probably end up skipping a lot of those.
Yeah, true. You have a point. But just the thing is, like, the hell runs that will undoubtedly be coming up, unless we just magically find Varia. They're just going to be all the more dangerous for Ashter once he gets to them. Yeah, at the moment we do only have the Norfair stuff and then the Red Tower stuff, but that's a lot of stuff. So and Ashter forgets that he doesn't have supers. A classic. You always assume you have supers, like, because how long do you go without supers and have to think about them in normal rando? It's not common.
He's got to know now since, yeah, there's the portal anyway, so it's gonna remind him to check this pipe missile. So at least he'll be good to go, even if he is a bit behind now.
Yeah. And he's apparently gonna be oh no, he's probably gonna check the wave gate E-tank and then maybe go and do hell runs. Maybe he'll just find the red tower and go through there.
Yeah, even though he's, I mean, again, probably skipping out on some tanks, I can't imagine he goes back to, like, Dedikun's area. He knows there's at least 2 more locations, for example, if he takes the Norfair teleport. High Jump and Ice might have tanks or something. Like, I know he's totally fine with doing how runs with 4 or possibly even 3 tanks.
Oh, that wave game
Yeah.
that was monk ass. Yeah, this play from Azure makes sense. Yeah, now he'll have 4 tanks with that charge beam tank, so he should be fine for hell runs, but Gala's got 6 and Azure only has 4, so if they ever do hell runs, Gala's going to have a lot of advantage just being able to farm less and go faster and be safer in general. And somehow it didn't take a big side hopper hit. That I don't understand how this game's hitboxes work. It's like, for me, it always just decides that congratulations, you take 80 instead of 20. And yeah, game was nice. So here we go. Azure into Red Tower. Well,
He's thinking. I guess he's gonna go down.
Yeah, I mean, in his mind, where else is he gonna go? Because it's there, or we're going back to the left, which to be honest isn't that far, but until he gets to Norfair, which also does make sense, but yeah, they both make sense.
Oh, and here's the other. Okay, just
okay,
and he's just gonna take it. Okay, he's like, well, I guess I'm going to Norfair.
Well, yeah. Oh, that's not. Oh. Azure's palette swap just tricked me out there. Like, I saw the purple and I was like, wait, this is Forgotten Highway? Okay, yeah, thanks Azure. Thanks a lot. But alright, Ice Beam check. Usually you don't take a save before Ice Beam Hell Run with this many tanks. And for good reason, because, like, why would you? There's a Varia suit there. Why would you need a save?
Well, who needs E-tanks now?
Yeah, Now that tank difference is pretty much irrelevant. So yeah, I guess Azure's skip paid off in the end. No. No, I mean, if in this scenario where Varia wasn't here, or maybe not at high jumps, then those tanks would have been big for Gala, but just the way the Rando goes. And gonna get these missiles here. Gala on 45, so Gala's, well, of course Gala's gonna be picking up more ammo. He didn't have to reset like half of the ammo he picked up. Yeah, it looks like Azure's been skipping stuff, but like he's also had to reset everything. Not everything, but close. And also Screw Attack. Screw Attack's gonna be really nice if and when they do lower warfare. Just it'll make stuff faster. Can be annoying.
Further
Go ahead.
minimizes the health difference since they're not going to be taking any hits anymore.
Yeah, well, I mean, they will be taking hits when they want to, but they will be taking less unintentional hits. Azure having a bit of difficulty getting the wall jumps he wanted. Probably just like a muscle memory difference with no high jump versus high jump. But yeah, it does get through Business Center. And does decide to farm those Deskigos in pre-cathedral for power bombs. That makes a lot of sense, seeing as he's only on 5. So you do want to try to have as many as you can. Oh, that waver just froze in the perfect position to troll Azure there. And he's going to be checking his speed and wave first. Well, speed first, maybe wave after. Maybe he'll do Norfair Reserve in between. And Gala decides to do the Cathedral check, which Azure skipped. That's a super missile.
Yeah, Gala definitely with chargeless more in mind, since having Varia is definitely, I'd say, more than what they were expecting at this point. So there aren't too many more items that they would need for at least go mode of these players, and that's another really nice pickup, finding that high jump boots.
Yeah, high jump boots again, just good movement item. Does put the lava dive through the gravitron in logic, and also does help with suitless logic, and also doing suitless, of course. And Azure is going to be interrupting his speed wave tour with a Norfair Reserve deboost, and he's going to check Norfair Reserve. He's going to pick up this power bomb pack. I would be very surprised if he didn't, just because it's so much more convenient for like your power bomb routing and your drop collection and just everything to have 2 power bomb packs instead of 1, especially when you don't have vanilla bombs.
Because it's area of vanilla reserve, okay, but because this area, there's definitely might be some situations where you unexpectedly need to use more power bombs than you thought if you don't have regular bombs.
Exactly. Yeah, that deboost with Screw On that Azure did to get to Norfair Reserve, which was vanilla. Yeah, it's kind of difficult with Screw, just because you have to do an unspin before you can actually do the deboost, else you just kill the waver and move on with your life, and Samus falls down and you cry. That is definitely not taken from a personal experience with the deboost. And Wave Beam, another E-Tank. So, yeah, I don't know about Azure picking this up. Like, it's 7 seconds. And, okay, he will pick it up.
Yeah, these E-Tanks are pretty interesting given how many they found. It's either actually the only thing. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be logic for anything. So it probably just means they're C is trying to gate a lot of the items behind some to make it like a linear dead end or something.
Yeah, I mean, that would be not unreasonable. But yeah, so the disadvantage of what Gala did with his routing, not doing Warfare Reserve earlier, is now he's doing this transition check of the Chronic Boost transition, but he still has that Warfare Reserve check in Bubble Mountain that's unchecked. So I definitely like Azure's routing a bit more of these two. And oh boy, they find a Suitless Meridia. That's a transition. More
Yeah,
Meridia.
as you mentioned, there's a lot of West Meridia transitions, and since there's only one item there, it's definitely not an optimal place to go. Because of how much time you're going to be spending.
And Azure getting grabbed by that Yapping Maw, not going to be doing the D-boost that we see Galamaz doing here. It's, I don't know. I don't know how much faster it is, but Gala definitely did seem to save a bunch of time in that room. And Azure going to be taking the Nutella refill. Makes sense. 2 tanks, I mean, why not? It's, like, I don't know. It's not too much time.
I was thinking about. I mean, he can go for it. Yeah, I think he's gonna commit to Lower Norfair.
It totally makes sense. Like you've got Screw, you got High Jump, you got Varia, you got everything you want for Lower Norfair. You just like you don't have 30 supers to kill Ridley with, but like Gala's got the ammo to kill Ridley without using any power bombs. Azure doesn't.
Yeah, this is more risky for Azure, but he might be thinking that it's gonna be a long journey back if he leaves this Lower Norfair. So he's just banking on finding enough ammo from the additional minor location checks here, since he is still pretty close as well.
And we will see Gala not going to check through. Azure will. Azure has only 7 supers against Gate Glitch. Oh, Azure, please. Oh no, Azure runs out of supers. Oh no. Well, that's not only a waste of time. Now he's got, I'd say no ammo for burst ring, but you don't need ammo for burst ring with Screw, but Metal Pirate Door. That's what I wanted to think about. That's really bad. I mean, hopefully he finds something at Mickey Mouse to help him, but yeah, this is not looking good for Azure. He's got to get some supers somewhere. Yeah, he's going to check Mickey Mouse. This makes sense in this situation. And it's only a missile. Oh, man.
I imagine since that was only a missile, he might go up and maybe have a glance at Hotarubi for another pack. In chat mentioning that you can get super missile drops off key hunters, at least using the Screw attack.
Yeah, I mean, it's like a 24% drop, I believe. Something around 1 and 4. And Plasma Beam, they're at Firefly E. Yeah, good find, but not Charge Beam. Not Charge Beam, and the runners would definitely prefer Charge Beam over Plasma at this point, just because Ridley is just such an unknown. Yeah, I mean, Azure can do Ridley if he enters with, like, full ammo and doesn't miss all that much, if any.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. He definitely does not want that close of a fight.
I mean, yeah, he also wants super missiles because he needs some supers in order to be able to get to Metal Pirates.
Yeah, and I missed what was that PB a shame, but I assume it's just another missile pack.
Yeah, it was a missile. And Azur's gonna check Franker Z and finds a super. Okay, at least he found a super at some point. So he.
Yeah, that's huge. That makes his Ridley fight a lot more reasonable now.
Yeah, makes it
I
a
think
lot more possible.
Yeah, he's so close to the Yangs, I think he might as well check this portal too.
Oh, he finds Crop.
Ooh, okay.
This could be important.
Yeah, I mean, the more important thing is that it's a dead end, so I think he feels like it's worth at least to check this Croc E location, since this could definitely be an item needed for progression.
Yeah, this also saves Azure from like having to go back through here because he'll have to leave through the lava dive. He'll have to do a reverse lava dive, and so will Gala, which is the important part. So he just has the choice of he just chose to do it before, and Gala chose to do it after. So yeah, that just made this a lot better. Though, yeah, it's definitely not what Gala would do. Yeah, as Chad pointed out, it is also a better super farm, so he'll have faster farms than what Gala was just doing. And Ammo Ridley on Gala's side, looking solid so far. Gonna use some power bombs. Double hit power bombs do 400. If you don't double hit, it only does 200. If you don't hit at all, obviously it does 0. If you want to try to land closer to the center of the room, if you want to get double hits. Oh, and Azure misses the GGG again. Heckin' GGG. It's just such a fickle trick. Like some days you can just get it for free, and then other days you can like never get it ever. Finally gets it, man.
That was pretty close to taking that Ridley. Actually, has to be careful since the damage it does is not trivial with Devari, but he gets it.
Good, Gala. Yeah, Ridley first boss. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, both runners will presumably be doing Ridley as their first major G4 boss. Major G4 bosses if there's a minor G4 boss. I mean, you could argue that Kraid's a minor G4 boss because the fight is always so short, but I mean, it's a major boss. And space jump behind Ridley.
Pretty good find. I mean, I think it's gonna make getting the X-ray a lot easier, since that is an accessible location right now.
Yeah, I mean, among other things, it'll also make traversing Coliseum without gravity a lot easier and faster. But yeah, could have been a better item, could have been a worse item. Who knows? It's definitely something you take.
Yeah, and I imagine Gal will actually end up checking both of Croc's items like Azure did.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine.
Just because there's enough that they're still looking for right now.
Yeah, I mean, really, it's just gravity, and then they're just in transition mode. But yeah, really, really just gravity, or maybe like grapple. Grapple would probably do it, just for a suitless Meridia trip. But
yeah, that's a good point, actually, now that I think about it, because it did find that Aqueduct transition already. So, technically... No, they would want... No, they probably want grapple for what is it, Dragon. That would make it easier.
yeah, I mean, to make it easier, like, you really want one of like grapple, spring ball, or X-ray to get out of Dragon. Because like X-ray, you'll be able to X-ray climb out. Grapple, you can do the grapple jump. Spring ball, you can do a spring ball jump out of Precious Room, and then you can use a Crystal Flash Spark for the other one. So you really want one of those three or gravity. Yeah, I gotta think Gal is gonna do Croc. Like, you're looking for gravity, and if you leave Croc and it's there, you're never gonna get back to it. So it could just mess you up horribly if you mess with gravity there. We shall see what Gala's choice is. He opens the door. He's thinking about it. Okay, he's gonna do Croc. Ooh, I think Gala's going for like yeah, he's going for the 2 missile 1 super setup and getting it. This is actually quite good because like this makes it a faster fight than what Azure was doing. Because you get 5 steps on each cycle if you get it right, as opposed to the 4 Azure was getting. So yeah, very nice.
Yeah, and Azure gonna lead with power bombs. I imagine he'll try to save his supers for the red phase of the fight.
Yeah, I mean this makes sense. Ridley's a bit less aggressive with high health, so using the power bombs early in the fight makes sense. By a bit less aggressive, I mean he moves slower, I think. But alright, now he's gonna use his ammo. Misses a missile. Don't know how much that's gonna play into things.
Okay, Ridley has changed color, so I think he has enough if he does not miss a super right now.
I mean, he probably counted it out before doing the fight. Looks like he's expecting Ridley to be dead. And he's not.
Oh, we just needed one. Okay, he was 1 super off then, since I was kind of counting as well.
And maybe he just didn't double hit a power bomb that he double hitted. Alright, yeah. Nice Ridley from Astra. And gets the space jump.
Yeah, and considering what we know, I assume... Let me think. Well, they know all the portals outside of Business Center, so like, they're probably gonna at least check X-ray and Spazer, and I guess go the portals from there. We're still looking for both, what is it, Kraid and Wreck Ship. I imagine they would want to do those fights before East Meridia.
Yeah, I mean, you try to not do Suitless Meridia if you can avoid it, but like, I highly doubt either of these runners will be afraid of Suitless Meridia. I mean, they are in the finals for a reason.
Yeah, interestingly, I believe it was actually... Yeah, it was Gala versus Sephi, where there's a seed that actually forced a snail climb on the runners, so... I know Gala at least will know for sure that that can be in logic.
Yeah, I mean, I would be very surprised if Azure didn't know it, seeing as he usually knows these things. When do they sync up? Right now. So Yeah, Gala's just barely ahead. I suspect that's just because Azure missed GGG a bunch of times.
Yeah, Asher's, I think, he skipped more of like the minor checks in the early game, and his movement has been a little bit better in this race. So, like I said, it's still really close.
I mean, I'd say
Obviously,
their
finding
movement.
charge would be really nice for Asher, more so than Gala.
And Gala's gonna check screw, and Asher's gonna skip it. Maybe thinking Gala checked it and just trying to save some time with the super mishap. So yeah, hopefully this is nothing for Asher's. Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh my god!
that's almost certainly the race right there. Like, that's just like, how do you come back from that?
Yeah, I saw that Asher had only, I think, he had 2 supers. He was willing to take a risk and skip it. That is by far the worst case scenario for him.
Yeah, that's like literally no other item there. Any other item there would have been better for Asher than Gravity. Yeah, that Green Gate glitch, that could have swung the race, like chat's pointing out. I could have easily changed that race, that Green Gate glitch. Asher, you have space jump. What are you doing? You have space jump. Is he like... True, Kip, yeah, you're right. Azure didn't have the stuff to properly get out of screw attack. So yeah, that would have been really bad if he had actually got that Green Gate glitch. But then again, there is also the stupid, like, stationary spin jump CWJ you can theoretically do that can technically get you out of screw attack with just high jump. And Azure's now in Red Tower.
Yeah, he found a kind of nice shortcut actually, taking a gamble on the Meridian map room. Grapple will help. Okay, I mean, since we know he's probably just not getting gravity, at least he has the gear for Suitless Meridia.
Yeah, I would think that Azure's just now checking transitions and trying to find Wreck Ship, Kraid's Lair, and then go back to East Meridia. And mid-red tower going to lead to the moat, and then that other right side criteria transition
Another,
to red tower again.
And there's Wreck Ship.
There it is. So now the question is, will Azure full clear Wreck Ship looking for gravity? And will Galamaz do either full clear Wreck Ship looking for charge, or will he just check a bunch of miners and hope to find some supers?
I mean, I see the merits in both strategies, but I mean, Gal's got to be feeling pretty good. I imagine we would prioritize the ammo over charge beam since he's reasonably close to go mode. He needs maybe like 3 or maybe 4 super packs to feel comfortable.
Yeah, I mean, you do need more ammo packs than what Gala has to beat the game. But, I mean, yeah, who knows? Like, he very well could just full clear Wreck Ship for charge, not find it, and Azure just finds charge somewhere along the way, and I don't know. Things can happen in area Rando, but like this is so synced up that it's hard. Like, it's hard to say Gal is not in the lead just because of that gravity suit. Azure needs some divergence in order to be able to win.
I mean, the one good thing I could say is that you don't have to do the full West Meridian to East Meridian suit list, so you have access to, they have access to Aqueduct, but I'm more worried about where Kraid's lair will be. If Kraid's at the very end of East Meridian in that elevator part, that's even worse situation for Astor.
Gal gets a better Fantoon. Could have. I wasn't really paying attention to both, to either Fantoon, but looks like Gal got a 2-round and Astor got a 3. So yeah, very nice fight from Gal. And oh no, Astor misses the. Something went wrong there, but gets the pity fast, so gonna be able to make it out.
Yeah, Fantoon does that to me all the time. If I screw up, he gives me a fast pattern. More missiles. Not been a friendly seed for supers, definitely.
And Gal gonna skip right side supers, so this tells me that he's just gonna be looking for just for minor items. And also, ooh, this is interesting from here from Gal. He's gonna skip the right side of wrecked ship. So if Astor checks it here, and it ends up being important. Oh, come on, Astor. Skipping Spazer like that. Can't have it. I cannot tolerate that, Astor. But yeah, yeah, it looks like Astor's betting on charge and probably also obviously looking for gravity, but we know that's not going to happen.
Yeah, I think I think what Gal's doing is that he knows where, what is it, Meridia is, at least the Dragon side. So he would probably putting that Forgotten Highway portal as the last one, since he can deduce if that's like G4 or Kraid, so where he needs to go.
It makes sense. And Azure gonna check this wreck ship E-tank. And it's bombs. That kind of does hurt Azure here, because if that was charged, that would have been a really big advantage for him, but yeah. Oh, a nice space jump strat on the water surface. It feels really finicky, just really janky, but yeah, Azure makes it look nice. Makes it look nice and easy. Gala going to West Meridian.
Okay, there's G4.
So yeah, that's really good knowledge for him, obviously.
Oh, and this, okay, it's just a high five. Azure and Gal are gonna be, they're high-fiving right now.
Yeah, I think this is again bad for Astor, because like
definitely,
he wants that to be at the end of a one-way, but at least he will get to figure out where G4 is, or not. I guess he won't be finding G4 just yet.
I mean, Asher knows, I think, given that portal, that he's in a really tough spot. In fact, now that I think about it, Kraid might have to be at a East Meridia exit.
Yeah,
I believe we've seen everything else.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Just the reserve tank at Mama.
Yeah, I think Azure knows. He might know. I don't know. No, of course he doesn't know. He doesn't know where this goes. Top of Meridian. That's risky there. Trying to do that freeze with plasma. What Azure just did, but just like because you can kill the enemy so easily, but I mean it worked. I won't criticize it anymore. Nice grapple jumping there from Azure.
Ooh, almost got the instant door.
Yeah, I swear that's impossible. Oh, got the
Ooh, nice
stationary.
grapple. Nice.
Yeah, got the stationary spin jump, but didn't quite manage to go far right enough. Yeah, only missiles exist. See, supers do not exist. So now Asher's going to be following. I don't know if he'll be following. Oh, he's just going to be resetting?
Yeah, he realized that this is all just a big dead end. It's just save time and reset. Maybe he checks attic, I guess. Like he has to be like he knows he's not in a good spot. He's just gonna be playing to the outs he thinks he has.
Yeah.
Or not. Okay.
Yeah, maybe he's just gonna go straight to East Meridia and kill Dragon
Oh,
Crate.
that is a good point.
Yeah, hopefully he'll find charge along the way, or maybe hopefully he doesn't, because like if he doesn't, then Gala will also not, and maybe it'll be a race of who gets to top erect ship first.
Yeah, that's a tough situation. That if you think your opponent's gonna find charge, or if it's an easy spot, or I mean, Azur's nowhere close to ammo mode.
Yeah, I mean, Azur's got to be hunting for charge. Gala, I think, is hunting for ammo. Ooh, and Azure gonna check Gauntlet. Interesting choice. I think, yeah. Yeah, he's just looking for that charge beam. It doesn't get it.
Nice forced spring ball. Well, almost forced.
Nah, it's not forced. You can just go like
Yeah.
under and skip it. I'm not happy. Obviously, I cannot endorse this these actions from Gala. It's against my licensing agreement. I don't know if that's how that works. Yeah, Asher just like he's making his way to East Meridia, but it's just gonna be so slow compared to Gala that like there's just no way.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, the crate location is further, even worse, because of having to go all the way to that elevator portal and back again, suitless.
Yeah, like Asher's already far behind enough, and then just every second he's in Meridia without gravity is just so much more time loss. So yeah, it'll be really hard for Asher to catch up if he can on some miraculous charge play. That's the only thing like that could possibly catch him on it, and I don't think it can. And yeah, Gala not having the grapple beam is gonna be just ammo killing Dragon. Asher won't have to do that. He'll be able to grapple, kill Dragon, and then grapple jump out. But it's still just too slow.
And there's charge. Okay.
There's charge. That's the nail in the coffin for Asher.
Don't like to see it this far into your ammo hunt, but you will take it when the seed has been giving you nothing but missiles.
Yeah, Gala probably doesn't like it, just because like he's been on the ammo hunt. But yeah, that's probably it for Asher. I don't see a way he could come back from this, realistically. Yeah, Gala does have that knowledge that Crate does have to be up here. I can't stand it, man. I cannot stand it. It's just this spring ball picking up by these runners. Like, what they do. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get how you could. How you could, in good conscience, do that. Yeah, all jokes aside, Springwell does help Asher a lot because he will be able to get out of Dragon easier and not have to rely on a flash shoot. Though it is probably going to be faster for Asher to get a flash shoot if he doesn't like waste a lot of time doing it, just because Springwell jumps are kind of slow. There's the Crate's hideout.
Yeah, it's not often where Crate is the last boss that you end up fighting. Logically, actually.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, in non-area Rando, it's very rare, I'd say, but, I mean, in boss Rando, it could be pretty common. But yeah, in area Rando, I wouldn't say it's uncommon. Like, Crate's hideout is easy, just since it's a one-way portal. It's really easy for it to just be put right smack at the end of a long chain. So yeah, it can easily be your last portal.
That's quick kills by both these runners. As you're going to be rewarded with his charge beam.
Yep, and that will put him into officially go mode, but yeah, it'll be too little too late.
As you're going to show off the grapple escape, which he
Yeah,
Gets quite nicely.
that was a really nice grapple escape, I gotta say. Like he just precisely ended his grapple jump there. He got a really good boost off the block. So yeah, that was a really solid grapple escape. Double springwell jumpers in shambles. So yeah, Galma is going to be making his way down toward that West Meridia area. Well, it's going to be a longer trip than you'd think because obviously area rando. This transition is going to take him here to Aqueduct, and then he'll have to go through Brinstar to other areas to even more other areas that'll finally, at long last, take him to West Meridia, which will have G4. If only you could just make a transition be vanilla for 5 seconds at will. No, that would just circumvent the whole.
Yeah, this is definitely the hardest part of area rando or full area rando when you have all these long dead ends.
Yeah, you
These
gotta.
the areas with only 2 portals becomes a dead end when it connects to a dead end.
Yeah, you gotta remember everything. It can be trouble. And Gala gonna be going down a new bridge, which is gonna take him to Red Tower. And then there's gotta be something in Red Tower that takes him to West Meridia. I can't remember which one. But there has to be some transition in there.
I mean, don't put money on it, but I believe one of the bottom transitions does leave to West Meridia.
I mean, that would make sense. We know it's not the other top one. Obviously. Yeah, yeah, this race has just been unfortunate for Azure. It was a really understandable skip, just with how the race has been going for him at the time, but yeah, it's unfortunate when one thing decides the race.
Yeah, he's honestly been handling the suitless really well. I mean, if it wasn't for the fact that you needed to do more suitless to get the crate, the race would have been a lot closer.
Oh,
Even
you
it's a
checked
speed. Okay.
Yeah, too bad that won't really help him all that much. Like, it'll help him. Like, don't get me wrong, it'll help him, but it won't be even near enough to close the gap. Yeah, like Gala is way ahead at this point. Like he's almost at G4. In a couple of rune transitions, he will be, and then Azure's not like Azure's barely out of Kraid, and he's still got a whole suitless to navigate, and then even more suitless. Maybe checking that for gravity. Obviously, we know that's not there. Maybe even wave, but I doubt it. He probably wouldn't be doing that if it was just for wave.
Yeah, I think the only thing that Gala can screw up on is if he gets soft locked doing stand up. I think that's the only thing.
Yeah, that or a death to Mother Brain. He's not gonna die to Mother Brain with this much stuff. Like, that's just virtually impossible for runners of this caliber. This is really just a hundo Turian with no wave, no speed. Oh, and he gets grabbed by the Metroids. Yeah, and he doesn't have bombs, so he'll have to use power bombs to get him off him. Yeah, Gala does make it through. Very nice. And might go for baby skip, might not. With high jump no speed, it's annoying. It can be hard, but it does look like he's going to be at least attempting it. And without wave, this is even
It's set up so far.
But yeah, this is definitely like you say, a good setup.
It's one more jump here.
Wow, that was a really nice baby.
Very nice.
No, high jump, no speed. It's a hard baby skip to pull off, but yeah, Gala just doing a really, really nice job with that baby skip. And going to make the correct decision to turn off screw attack because we don't down back skip here. That's not allowed. Getting this ring of phrase is annoying.
I believe you need to charge the charge shot, don't you?
No,
oh,
you don't.
No, it gets okay. It's just a bit finicky.
Yeah, you gotta freeze it on the exact pixel where it spawns, which is a convenient place to have to freeze it. But yeah, it can be tough to get the proper freeze without wave because it does spawn in the block. Yeah, after this, looking like Funky Town's going to be taking this race, entering the game 4 up to 1. And obviously we don't know who's going to be racing that. Though I've heard that Zost will not be doing either of Funky Town's game 4 or 5s.
And I'm not going to go for stand-up. I
Yeah,
kind of respect that decision.
Yeah, that was actually really nice, getting those charge shots in right on Mother Brain's face, just saving the time that it takes the charge shots to travel from Samus's gun to Mother Brain's face. Okay. Yeah, I shouldn't be speaking for Funky Town. I'm not on Funky Town. My apologies, Kip. Yeah, they do indeed. They do call for special circumstances. And
Yeah, if you haven't actually seen one of the playoff matches, Game 4 and 5 are both going to be similar to this Game 3 right now, where the runners are able to choose the settings of their that they want.
Yeah, Game 4 is going to be Funky Town's. It'll be 2 choices from Funky Town, so it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. Because the lower seed gets more picks in Game 4, but the higher seed gets more picks in Game 3 and 5. And solid with a brain 3, like always.
And interestingly, as they're taking a more roundabout way to do this main street climb, I'm not sure whether he remembered the crab room, but doing that room suitless is always a pain.
Doing any room suitless is always a pain. But he does for now have to get to top of Meridia until, of course, Galamaz rudely awakens him and Galamaz. No speed, so Gal's gonna have to wall jump up the walls, but yeah, he's gonna be making it up safely. Yeah, Azure just gonna be just now making his way into Turia as Gal makes his way onto the landing site. And yeah, I'll refrain from spoiling these last few moments. Yeah, get your GGs in chat for Galamaz finishing in first place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 34 seconds. Funky Town goes into game 4 up 2-1.
GG Gala.
Indeed. Was a very good race. Yeah, we're currently waiting on whether we'll get an interview from Gala. And we are joined in the interview booth by Galamaz, the winner of today's race. GG to you. How do you feel about that race? Nice baby skip from Aster. Yeah, probably it's just some tech issues on Gala's end, but definitely.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, perfect.
There we go.
There we go.
Oh, here.
Yeah, GG to you.
Hey, thanks. Yeah, I was just talking without my mic. But yeah, I was. The race was pretty good. I was feeling pretty good this time, and yeah, I almost skipped over Gravity Suit. Like, I was really considering not doing the screw attack check, but I'm so glad I did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Asher just decided to skip it, and it was that was just what cost him the race easily. Like, you guys were neck and neck up until that point when Asher decided to go through Mickey Mouse and not check screw, and you decided to do that screw check, and then yeah, that was just the race right there.
Oh wow!
There was, I think there are a couple of Green Gate glitches he's having trouble on, and then on the way out he had only 2 supers and thought that, well, that's even more reason for me to just think on skipping this check. It just pretty unlucky how it was just the one worst situation for him.
Yeah, my super count was pretty low as well, and I was like, it probably wouldn't be good to like spend all these supers and I'll probably end up missing them anyways. But I got it pretty quickly, so that being a huge relief.
Yeah, definitely. The sleeper count throughout the whole run was decently low, especially for a Varia seed. It's definitely good that you both found screw, not screw, charge. What am I thinking?
Yeah, I was pretty glad that charge was in a very easy to access location because I was like, there's not enough supers that are like easily accessible. So I was like, where do I find more items? So it saved a lot of time on my end.
Yeah, I think, I don't know if you saw, but there were only 17 supers in the seed, so it was just not a fun seed for ammo mode. But I think, I mean, in the end, both of you played similarly. Like, Azure went more for banking on finding charge. Just, it was linear enough to where, right, just that one major difference was skipping the screw attack was what ended up setting the race.
Yeah, sorry, I misspoke. I wouldn't have. Sorry, I think I must have misspoken and said that Asher would have won if he checked screw. No, that was definitely not the case. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that was my sincerest apologies to everybody. That was not my intention. It would have been a really close race either way if Asher had checked screw. So, yeah, sincerest apologies.
Oh, so I must have had a bit of a lead then. I felt a little behind after checking Crocomire, and it ended up just being E-Tanks. But fortunately, I got a farm there because like Crocomire has a farm spot, and so that gave me enough supers. So I decided to check screw attack. So in a way, checking Crocomire helped me. So it's a kind of interesting thought.
Yeah, Croc was. I feel like Croc was hard to skip in this one, just because like at that point you were looking for Grav, and it was also at the end of a long dead end. So.
Yeah, exactly. Like after that point, it's like if something's really important there, and I have to like come back here eventually, like that would be the worst possible thing to do. So I was like, I will just, do the Croc and just get it done, so I don't have to come back later if it happens to be something really important.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I think, oh, and by the way, while Azur's finishing up as well, with a time of 1:12:43. GG Aster. But yeah, saying both of you made good plays, I would say. I think your movement was pretty much on par. I didn't see anything, I would say, just like jarringly, like oh wow, maybe you could have done something different. But
Well,
it's
yeah,
just kind of the way the seed played out, basically.
yeah, that baby skip was really a good, really solid just point in the race. Like high jump no speed and baby skip is it's a really hard trick. So yeah, GG's to you for getting that.
Yeah, I practiced that just for the randomizer. But yeah, the high jump only baby skip is a bit difficult to pull off compared to the normal one. But yeah.
Yeah, we are joined by the second place finisher of this race, Aster. GG to you. That was
Yes,
unfortunate
GG.
how it turned out.
GG.
So yeah, what were your thoughts on that seed?
It's a pretty tough seed. I assumed by Gallus finish time he found gravity.
He did, yeah. It was at screw attack.
Oh, of course it was.
Yeah, it was unfortunate.
I
Yeah,
was thinking of going back for it too, but I figured if screw attack, or sorry, if gravity is there, then it's not an advantage for me because if gravity is there, then he probably doesn't check Croc anyways, so I'm behind anyways. So I just had to bank on that not being gravity.
makes sense. And also, what were your thoughts like on that first GGG? Like, were you thinking you would get out with the CWJ thing, or were you banking on something being there that would get you out?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like when you went to screw attack the first time, it's the GGG. Like how are you going to get out of screw?
Oh, it's a good question. I didn't really think about it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, that's the first time I didn't decide to check screw attack because there was no way out, and so I would just been stuck there in an awkward position.
Yeah, okay. So that if I had thought of that, I probably would have tried to check it on the way out. There was a lot going on that seed. It was hard to keep track of everything.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
definitely.
exactly.
It was a really complicated seed. All the major hubs were like all in all different places. So yeah, it was definitely hard to keep track.
It's maybe it's a good thing I didn't get the gate glitch.
Yeah, we were saying that, like, yeah, blessing in disguise. Even though, yeah, not doing the check costed you the race, but
Yeah, it would have cost me the race anyway. You had gotten the gate glitch or not.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a real tough call to check screw attack at that time because like you need supers to fight Ridley, and if you waste all of them, then you can't really do the fight. And then on the way back, you use all your supers on Ridley anyways, so
Yeah,
it's just a really difficult call.
Seed had some really bad dead ends.
Yeah, I was
Really,
gonna
really
say that you two had to go through a lot of routing difficulties for the map. I mean, I think you both handled it well. I think Gala tended to check more of the portals early, and there's actually that one spot where I remember Gala, you ended up skipping the Forgotten Highway check, and that actually worked out in your favor since you ended up just finding that portal later.
Yeah, I ended up going in a circle, so it wasn't too bad, but still a little bit of a time sink there.
Yeah, just the whole seed was really kind of weird.
Welcome to full area rando.
Exactly. Yeah, area rando is just weird. There's a reason I don't play it, at least for the most part.
Yeah, like in my practice, like I've gotten soft locked like quite a few times, so I was like, there's a good chance that I could get soft locked in this. So I had to like play very carefully, and so that screw attack location was definitely one of those points where I was like watching out for, like really trying to not get stuck.
Yeah, I haven't had that. I've had a lot of other dumb situations come up recently in practice, but not that one. There's a lot of different things that can come up. I made kind of two critical mistakes. One was the not realizing kind of the status of checking screw attack, and the other was forgetting to check the Green Hills miner before going into Big Pink.
Yeah, I was wondering what your thoughts were on that. But yeah, forgetting that is definitely reasonable.
I think everything else I did was good, but I was like kind of running on like everything else I did with the information I had was good, but the information I had was like slightly not correct for some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, any seed with full area is gonna be, hard to manage. I mean, just from what I saw, like I said, it was just pretty much neck and neck until gravity. So I mean, you both played it pretty well from what I saw.
Agreed, Plumst. Yeah. Any final words from you guys? Words of encouragement to your teams going into Game 4, which as I am hearing, will be Aussie versus Kip.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Have fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Plumps. Your thoughts? Final words.
Well, obviously, GG to everyone involved. GG to the runners, and as Sephi is doing in the chat, thank you to everyone in Speed Gaming, and once again doing the tracking, the very friendly, cheaty face. Thank you for all that you do. And I mean, a little biased, but I would personally love to see Game 5. But either way, I know this Game 4 is going to be really hype to watch as well. But yeah, that's about it for me. I mean, any final other wrap-up words, Vim?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much summed it up. GG to both runners. Of course, that was a really good race to watch and commentate and just do everything. And yeah, shout outs to both runners, both teams. But give them all a follow, Azure and Galamaz. And yeah, also and of course, can't do it without shouting him out. Gotta give our shout outs to the man Cheaty Face for clicking all the buttons, keeping us on track. Definitely a great guy, putting in a lot of work for this Rando League season. But yeah, I feel like that's gonna be it for me. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. My name has been MMCNS Cartridge, and see you next mission.